Hey there, get a load of my new floating studio. Hey, Mr. Producer, what do you think of the view?
I wouldn't know since you told management there wasn't room for a control booth in the blimp.
Oh, that's right. It's good to be queen.
Can we please get started?
No problemo. On our last journey to Japan, we stopped by the Sony Computer Entertainment Building to check out the new Legend of Dragoon game. Wait till you see the footage we brought back. Then it was off to the green to interview the developers of Hot Shots Golf 2. We'll talk about how they made an already great game even better. Wrestling fans are really gonna love this issue. We hung out with the WWF great, D'Lo Brown, to get some hot tips on how to smack down your opponent both in the ring and on your PlayStation. Most people think that being a gaming journalist means sitting on your butt all day. Well, we gave some lucky members of the press a chance to get out from behind their word processors and into the paintball arena. Check out the event center to see these guys in action.
Yeah, that was lots of fun. You know you weren't supposed to be aiming at people's heads, right?
Hey, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Besides, if you didn't stand up every 5 minutes to ask, "Are we done yet?" you wouldn't have gotten shot so much.
Yeah, but I was on your team.
Okay, moving on. As always, we have a fine selection of the hottest game videos in the vault, including Spider-Man, MTV Music Generator, and Siphon Filter 2. So if you didn't get them for Christmas, they're probably on sale somewhere.
Don't forget about Wormhole.
I'm getting to it! For the past 7 issues, you've seen us go behind the scenes of video game development and put together our own game, Project Wormhole. We're finishing off this section by putting the complete demo, including level editor, in the vault. So go check it out! Well, that does it for me. I'll see you all next issue with my footage from PlayStation 2 launch in Japan and my E3 report. Until then, happy gaming!
This is AlanStarWarsFan here for Game More Buds. Welcome to another issue. We're going to finish up the series with Volume 4. This is Volume 4, Issue 1. As I show you all the stuff it has, so makes it easier. So it's like, oh, okay, that's what you get in a show. All right, cool. Yep, show about PlayStation 2 and also bulletins and all that stuff there. All right, let's go to the event center with Siphon Filter 2 training for them. Enjoy.
They're some of the biggest names in video game journalism. 989 Studios has pulled them from behind their computers and brought them to a remote ex-CIA training facility in the Arizona desert.
The information that we put out here is real. We have trained over 130 SWAT teams from the United States, Canada, Spain, Taiwan, Kenya, a lot of other places.
For the next few hours, they'll enter the world of Gabriel Logan so that they can bring you more informative reviews of Siphon Filter 2. They've come to a fantasy camp specializing in covert operations and hostage rescue, run by 2 people who've done the real thing.
What we're going to be doing here this afternoon, we're going to be doing some exercises involving SWAT-type tactics, where you'll be doing some hostage rescue, some barricaded suspect-type things.
A hostage has been taken. The rescuers plan a counterattack.
We're going to require 3 entry teams. There will be 3 doors to be hit, so there will be 3 5-man teams or entry teams. The other 2 5-man teams are going to be our reconnaissance element.
Weapons have been distributed. The training is over, and now it's into the field. They're going to move in and risk life and limb, or at least serious bruising, to rescue the hostage. And you thought their job was just playing video games. Luckily, they have better aim on the video game screen than they do in real life. Finally, they storm the building and rescue the hostage. Now that your adrenaline is pumping, you can prove that you're a better commando than they are by checking out the Siphon Filter 2 demo in the vault. But give them credit, the next time you think video game journalism is easy, ouch! Think again. Ouch!
Alright, well, that's it. That was a fun paintball training there. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on with, download station. Okay, for this one here, it shows you what you can put on your memory card, like Medal of Honor, NASCAR Rumble, which actually that's not a bad racing game right there. Oh yeah, an MT Music Generator, we can download each of the playable demos for that, so which is different. Okay, that's it. However, I did not do that and will not demonstrate the MT Music Generator because of music copyrights, so can't help you there. Anyway, so let's go technical questions and answers.
Welcome to CG Design, where we make a 3D object to show you how it's done. We'll make a weapon called the Tracer, suggested by subscriber Brian Poe. Christian Lowe, PlayStation Underground's interface designer, will shape it for us using 3D modeling software 3D Studio Max. First, he selects the tube tool and creates the inner radius, then the outer radius. Then he selects the outer points of the object and scales them down to create the sharp edge. To make the handle, he uses the line tool to rough out an S shape. Then he smooths it out. He adds depth by beveling the edges. Then he takes that image and cuts the blade shape in half to make a weapon that can separate in two. He'll repeat this to create the other half. He inserts the handles and chooses the texture. Now he uses a graphic file to create a design pattern on the blade. The dark areas become indented and the white portions become raised. The final model renders out. This is how a game developer makes an object for your PlayStation. Watch for this weapon somewhere else in our issue. Is there a 3D robot, weapon, car, or object you'd like to see? Send a drawing or suggestion to this address and we might just use it for a future CG design.
Parts. Okay, just so you know, I did not do this import because it's all Japanese text. This one's like I'm the chef, you have to feed, make sure everyone gets happy, you don't want to make a customer mad and stuff like that. So therefore, you can try it out for yourself, but me, I didn't bother. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, next one here, we're going to do cool moves. So let's go see what the testers can help you with some games. Alright. Let's do a cheat first. Okay, the cheat for Knockout Kings 2000. Just want to get that out of the way. So, here's the tip. Guys, will help you out. So, enjoy the videos.
In Spyro 2, there are a couple tricky points. One is the Fracture Hills level where you have to save Spinner's friend. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and show you a really cool move on how to unleash your friend from behind the door. Hold down the square button to reach this super speed power-up right here, because the object here is to follow this pathway and through the various doors, and you can't stop or get hit once, because if you do, you lose the super speed power-up and you have to start over again. Go through that portal there, and over this little narrow bridge, and jump at the last second right here, and break down the door, and her friend will be right there for you.
Oh, thank goodness you broke that door down.
Once you save Spinner's friend, you'll get an orb. Now that you've seen it on video, good luck.
In the level Papu's Pyramid of Crash Team Racing, there's a hairpin turn at the end of the level that you can totally bypass by using this shortcut. Take a look. Keep in mind you're either going to need an Aku Aku or Uka Uka mask or a turbo boost to make it. Once you get the mask, save it for here. Right at the end of the wall, activate your mask and do a 180 turn over to the other side of the track. So there it is.
In my job, I get a lot of calls from customers on Siphon Filter, level 14, the Stronghold Catacombs. In this level, you have to follow a scientist to the cell where Fagin is being held. And there are a few things you must not do in this level if you're going to complete it successfully. You got to only use your silenced weapons in this level. It's very important to go down the left-hand corridor here. There's a right-hand corridor, but it'll just lead you around in circles. Then you set about following the scientist. One of the most important things about this level is to let the scientist get a good head start on you, because you're going to trigger certain enemies along the path. If you have to take those enemies out and the scientist can see what's going on, you're going to lose the level because he'll be alerted to your presence. So as you see here, I'm taking out the guards while the scientist is safely out of sight and out of earshot. Now this is where a lot of people slip up on this level. The scientist stops and talks to two guards down at the end of the hall. We'll look here through the sniper rifle viewer. I repeat, not killed. If you kill these two guards, just about anything you do after that, it won't matter. You're going to lose. The scientist remains down at the end of the hall and is close enough that the murdered guards do in fact alert him to your presence. Even if it doesn't end the level immediately, you will not be able to end the level when you reach the door. So instead of killing the two guards, we're going to sneak down the hallway. And I do stress sneak. You must hold down the X button and move slowly. And these guys aren't too bright. They're a little drowsy because you can get this close and then just go down the right-hand corridor and they never see you. And those guards won't give you any more trouble as long as you don't double back this way. Through the rest of the level, you're just going to have to take out anybody in your path quietly without the scientist around. And this guard here around the corner, the last guard you're going to need to take out in this level, can be very tricky. What I always try to do is peer around the corner to get him on my radar. You can now see the green dot moving towards me on my radar, and I can level my gun and take him out as he comes around the corner. And if everything goes right, you'll never even see the scientist at the door, because it'll fade to black, and you'll see a movie clip. This is a cool move for Siphon Filter, level 15, Farcom Warehouse. In this level, you have to locate viral carriers and tag them. And I talked to a surprising number of people who can't seem to figure out how to tag the viral carriers. When you get the first checkpoint, when you find Erickson, you do find a viral scanner. To locate the bodies, equip your viral scanner, and then go press the L1 button. So you'll look through the viral scanner. Now there's a body. We've located it. But as far as tagging it goes, you absolutely positively must turn off the scanner. And then go to where you saw the body, stand on top of the crate, and simply press the triangle button, thereby tagging the body, obtaining a checkpoint, and one of the objectives of the game. And that's how you scan a viral carrier in Siphon Filter, level 15, Farcom Warehouse.
Today I'm going to show you one of the coolest areas in Twisted Metal 4. The level is Neon City. There's a really cool secret area in this level that you can get a lot of weapons and power-ups, but it is hard to get to. Let me show you how it's done. Basically what you want to do is look for the train tracks and follow it all the way up the tunnel, just like this. Collect the power-ups on the way up. When you get to the top, slow down a little bit, collect the health, and turn around. Look for that little warp point and just go forward. See this ramp right here? What you want to do is you want to turbo off this ramp into the room on the other side. Now that you're in this hidden room, what you want to do is you want to face this wall right here. Move forward and on top of the helicopter launch pad. Now the helicopter will pick you up. We'll start taking you to a hidden area. On your way, shoot all the enemies below you. Once the helicopters drop you off, move forward into the secret area. Collect all the weapons and power-ups here. When you've gotten all the power-ups, go to the jump pad to exit the secret area. And that's how it's done.
The cool move I'm going to show you today is the corkscrew turn from Laguna Seca on Gran Turismo 2. Basically, the corkscrew turn is one of the hardest turns to execute. What you need to do is approach it towards the right-hand side or more the outside lane. And you'll slow down, shift it to a lower gear, and drop down. And you can cut a little bit without being penalized for taking that turn. So give it a shot.
For this one, okay. Next one we're going to do, debriefing for WWF SmackDown. So, enjoy, guys.
Start getting enough butterflies in you because you're getting ready to go out in front of 20,000 people. You're thinking about what you have to do tonight, but also you're thinking, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to fall on my face when I walk out the ramp. And then I want to make sure I go out there and entertain every one of them.
I think wrestling is very entertaining. It's an outlet. It's drama for male, you know, like a soap opera for males.
There's not a more natural high in the world than hear your music hit. You can hear their screams and applause in your body. You can feel it inside of you. Not just mentally feel it, but physically feel it bouncing off your chest and bouncing off you. And when you're walking down, you're looking at each, you know, you can almost make contact with each one of them eye to eye.
What we're trying to deliver with SmackDown is the ultimate gaming experience in sports entertainment.
It's very fast moving as compared to other games where it's very slow. The graphics are really cool. That looks real. See, the moves are very realistic looking.
One thing that sets our game apart from the other competition is our gameplay and our button commands. We don't want to have to push 20 buttons to get a move off. We want a beginner to be able to pick up the game and get into the game and pull off moves, but at the same time we want the more experienced player to be able to master the reversals, and master the game itself.
When you're out there in the ring, it's not as easy as it looks. For example, probably the hardest one is Steve Austin's stunner because it comes from 14 different directions. I mean, you could be on the offense and all of a sudden, boot to the gut, there it is. Probably the most embarrassing, people's elbow, because you're just laying there forever. And then all of a sudden, this elbow comes out of nowhere. And well, Kane, Big Boss Man, and Taker all use a choke slam, and that's just a big pan wrapped around your throat. The name definitely describes the move. So these are some of the moves you watch out for and just as scared as hell to take.
One thing that we got in the game that no one else has done before, the season mode. You go through all the major events and pay-per-views, and at the end you'll hit WrestleMania. Along the way you'll make friends and foes and enemies. You can fight in the kitchen, the boiler room, anywhere you want to go, and anything can happen at any time. You can make decisions whether or not to team with a partner, and you don't just go to them, they come to you. Another thing that we have, create a wrestler / superstar mode, in which you can go in and create anyone you want. You can create wrestlers, superstars from around the world, you know, different looks, different masks, and also attributes, entrances.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
It really captures the drama, the excitement of the WWF. We really want to bring the person inside the ring, you know, this is the closest thing we can do to that. Like I said, we're all fans making games for the fans, and I think the real fans can tell.
You're always in that quote-unquote zone when you're out there in the ring. For example, when I climb up for my frog splash. The people then go from being on like Decibel 1 to like screaming jet, and there's nothing in the world that can stop you from hearing it. It's like me winning the NBA title at the Super Bowl every night of the year.
For this part, we'll stay tuned for part 2 for more stuff for disc 1 for issue 4.1. I'm AlanStarWarsFan, thank you, and see you in part 2.